Good morning, class. I am Hare Krishna Bhagwat, your biology educator, and I am here again with a new topic, that is reproduction in flowering plants. This is the chapter number 2 of biology class 12, and this is the part 1. As you know, that this topic, which is I am going to deal today, is going to helpful to the students of CBSE, ICSE and other state board like JAC, and to the students of PMTs, those who are preparing for AIMS and NEET also. Here in this, the chapter number 2, that is the reproduction in flowering plant, we will discuss about the structure of the flower and its types, the events during the sexual reproduction that takes place in flowering plants, which has been divided into three main phases, that is the pre-fertilization events, which includes the sporogenesis and pollination, and then the fertilization, that is internal over here, and double fertilization takes place, a special type of fertilization that is takes place in the flowering plants and mostly in angiosperms, and post fertilization events, in which we will discuss about the embryogenesis, the development of endosperm, the formation of seed, the formation of fruit, apomixis, and last, that is polyembryony. And here in this part 1, we will going to discuss about the structure of a typical angiospermic flower, the types of flower. As you know that two types are there, one the complete flower and another is incomplete flower, and then we have the checkpoints. So let's begin the topic with this, that is the structure of a flower. Here I had drawn a diagram to show that what the flower is. A flower is a modified shoot of an angiospermic sporophyte, develops from the floral bud. A typical flower is composed of four main parts, as you know, that is the sepals, the petals, stamens, and carpel. Here, the sepal and petals are non-essential parts, and stamen and carpel are the essential parts of the flower. The stamen is the male sex organ, and the carpel is the female sex organ. Here, it is clear in the diagram that I had made. And now, what are these parts? As you know, the sepals are the typically green in color and are the outermost part of the flower, which provides the protection during the primordial stage of the flower, and they are usually 5 or more in numbers, and their whole is called calyx. You might get remember those topic that we had studied about the structure of flower and their types in chapter number 5 class 11, that is the morphology of flowering plants. We had studied about the different types and their arrangement of these sepal and petals respected to them also. So here, remembering those, we are continuing this topic as well. The petals, as you know, the petals are the brightly colored and are next to the sepal from margin towards the center. When we will go within the flower, you will see that the outermost layer is made up of sepals, which is green in color, and next to it is the petals, and the petals, as you know, that are brightly colored, and they mainly protects the sex organs and are usually used to attract the insects and birds. They act as an attractant, and they are also 5 or more in numbers, and they may be united or free, and this whole is called corolla. Then we have a stamen. You know that it is the male sex organ of the flower. Each stamen is a thin filamentous structure usually found near the stigma, and typically it consists of anther and a filament. The anther are lobed structure containing the pollen grains. The stamens are many in numbers, and their whole is called androecium, and it is the essential part of the flower and is the male sex organ, as you know. And the lastly one, that is the carpel. Each carpel is usually centrally located hidden structure of the flower, and it is composed of three main parts. You know that the parts are stigma, style, and ovary. Here I had shown in a clear diagram. You will see that where the stigma is, and the whole the shaft is called style, and at the bottom you will see there is the ovary. The stigma is the place where the pollen grain falls by any means. As you know that the pollination is get carried out by both abiotic and biotic agents as well. And here in this case, as you will see that by any means, when the pollen grain has to fall onto the stigma, and through which the style they has to go. And what the style is, the tubular organ through which the pollen grain germinates to form pollen tube to transfer the male nucleus to the ovary for fertilization. As you know that the germination of these, that is chemotactic movement, takes place over here, in which the egg, the sperm nucleus has to go to chase the egg for the fertilization as well. And now the next, the ovary is the basal and the oval centrally located organ which contains the female gametophyte or the ovule where egg is situated, and it is the 7-celled and 8-nucleated structure. We will discuss about it in detail, that what is the 7-celled 8-nucleated structure. Here we will see the structure of the female gametophyte. Here the upper part that it has been shown, that is the chalaza, and the lowermost part is micropyle, and through the micropyle is the right place through which the pollen tube has to go through for the fertilization, because the egg apparatus is there, and the egg apparatus is composed of three cells. One is egg and two are the synergid, and just in front of chalaza they are located, and the chalazal end have three cells that are called antipodal cells, and at the center there is two polar nuclei, and this whole structure is called 7-celled 8-nucleated structure. And it is very important because it is often asked in medical examination and also in the various CBSE and state board also. So now the types of flower. I had decided the flower, I had just divided the flower into two main types depending upon the reproductive organs. They are the complete or bisexual or perfect flower, and another is incomplete or imperfect flower. The complete flower or bisexual or perfect flower is of three types depending upon their organs respected to each other, that is perigynous, epigynous, and hypogynous. And the incomplete flower or imperfect flower are of five main types, that is staminate, pistillate, neuter, monoclamidy, or achlamydy or naked. So let's go through it. The complete or perfect flower, whom we will say the complete flower would be if all the four parts, that is both essential and non-essential, that is the sepal, petal, stamen, and carpel, are if present in a flower, then this flower is called bisexual or perfect or complete flower. And depending upon the arrangement of the reproductive organs with respect to the gynoecium, that is the central part, that is the female reproductive organ which contains carpel, it is of three main types, that is perigynous, epigynous, and hypogynous. And perigynous is what? In this type of the flower, the thalamus is like a plate, and the ovary is situated at the base and is free from the thalamus, and other organ arises just from the half of the style, as in case of rose. Here the diagram clearly shows that what are the different types of these flower and how they can be differentiated to each other. From where, as in case, the first example is the rose, and the second is the epigynous. In this, the thalamus is like a plate and ovary is superior, and other organ arises just below it, for example sunflower. And the last one is hypogynous. Here the ovary is inferior and the other organ arises just below the stigma, as in case of onion. So here you will see that these three different types of flower are there. Now come to the next, that is the incomplete or imperfect flower. If any of the four organs are absent from the flower, then the flower is said to be incomplete. So this is clear, very much clear about it, because I am using very lucid language to explain this. Now, on the presence or absence of the type of the organs that they have, out of that the flower is of five main types, that is staminate, pistillate, neuter, monoclamidy and achlamydy. The staminate flower, that is the male flower, that is only female organ is absent, as in case of mango, cucurbits and papaya. Pistillate flower are those that is called female flower in which only male organ is absent, that is male organ is not present and all the three organs are present. Example are the same over here again. The neuter, in both the male and female sex organs are absent, as in case of mango. The monoclamidy, if either sepal or petals are absent, example is lily. Or achlamydy, or naked flower in both, in which the sepal and petals are absent, example is mango. It is very fascinating that the mango is the plant in which all the five major types of flowers are present. Now let's come to the last of this topic, that is the checkpoints. And I had cited very simple questions right now, that is draw a well-level diagram of the complete flower, draw a well-level diagram of a typical angiospermic female gametophyte or the ovule, and the last one, which is very important, that is what is the significance of bisexual flower. So try to find out the answer of these questions, and by that next time I will continue the same topic, that is reproduction in flowering plants. Until then, thank you for listening. Thank you again.